Knicks game. Like, that's how bad it was. It's like this team had no business facing the Indiana Fever. Now, the game is down to its final couple seconds, but I'm just not happy with this one. I'm really not. Now, a lot of people that was questioning Raven Johnson defensibility, she showed up. And it looked like Ty Harris might have a situation on her hands because Raven Johnson looked like she's about to be the backup to Caitlin Clark. Like, I ain't going to lie to you. It's so many different.
The Indiana Fever wrapped up their third preseason contest with a dominant performance, finishing with a final score of 105-57 over the Nigerian national team. Caitlin Clark delivered another strong showing, but the team's rebounding struggles remain the most glaring concern heading into the regular season. Whether on the defensive or offensive end, the inability to consistently secure boards is an issue that will need to be addressed before meaningful games begin, as it has the potential to create serious problems against more competitive opponents. Monique Billings was efficient throughout the night, finishing 3 of 3 from the field, including a perfect 1 of 1 from three-point range. Ty Harris had a notable outing as well, emerging as a legitimate presence on the court after a period of inconsistency.
Different schemes and plays they can run. They can run small ball, insert Raven Johnson on the court with Caitlin Clark at the same time. It's just so many different things they could do. Dantes showed up today. Dantes hit some major threes. Overall, it was a good game for the team to get their feet wet. One of the biggest storylines leading up to this game was none other than Aaliyah Boston.
She simply needs more time to shake off the rust and find her rhythm. Kelsey Mitchell led all scorers with 17 points on 6 of 9 shooting, going a perfect 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. Her exclusion from ESPN's top 10 player ranking struck many observers as a significant oversight given that level of performance. Aaliyah Boston added 6 assists. Sophie Cunningham appeared briefly in around 12 minutes of action, posting 8 points on 3 of 4 from the field.
Was none other than Aaliyah Boston making her preseason debut. Aaliyah Boston looked good. She kind of looked kind of sluggish at times, I should say. But overall, you know what I'm saying? She looked decent. She looked real decent, man. Ain't nothing real negative to say about her. I feel like she just got to get her feet up under her. So the game has wrapped up, man. The final score of this game was 105-57. As you guys can see here,
Caitlin Clark played 13 minutes and scored 12 points, shooting 3 of 4 from the field, 2 of 3 from three-point range, and converting all of her free throw attempts. However, the moment that generated the most conversation came when Clark visibly signaled to a referee to make a foul call mid-play. The defender appeared to cut directly across her path, which would constitute a foul under standard officiating. Clark not only called for the call in the moment but repeated the gesture on a subsequent possession under similar circumstances, each time following up with confident play regardless of whether the whistle was blown. The sequence was widely shared online and viewed as a sign of Clark asserting herself more forcefully with officials compared to her earlier WNBA seasons.
You guys can see here the Indiana Fever just completely blew them out the water. Kelsey Mitchell had 17 points. She was 6 of 9 from the field, 2 of 2 from free throw. Raven Johnson had 7 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston had 6 assists. Let's pull up the
4th of the night. She is 5 from out there.
See how Caitlin ultimately did. But I'm sticking to what I said, man. They gonna have to fix this rebounding, man. Monique.
Rather than absorbing contact without reaction, she is now actively holding referees accountable in real time, a development that resonated strongly with supporters who have long argued her fouls go undercalled. The matchup itself was lopsided enough to feel like an exhibition in the truest sense. Indiana's offensive production was so overwhelming that the Nigerian side appeared outmatched from the opening minutes, with the Fever nearly reaching 80 points by halftime alone. While the blowout nature of the game limits how much can be taken from it, the individual performances still carry value as indicators of where each player stands heading into the season opener on May 9th. The expected starting lineup appears to include Clark and Cunningham among the 5, with the rest of the rotation continuing to take shape.
They gonna have to fix this rebounding, man. Monique Billings had 7 points. She was 3 of 3 from the field. She made 1 3. She was 1 for 1, so she shot 100% from 3. Kelsey Mitchell, like I stated, 17.6 of 9 from the field, 3 for 3 from three-point range. It was just child's play today with them facing this team. Sophie Cunningham, we got to see a little bit of Sophie. She had 8 points. She only played about 12 minutes. She was 3 or 4 from the field, 1 or 2 from 3. Caitlin Clark played a total of 13 minutes and scored 12.
The one off-court note that stood out was the sparse crowd in attendance. Even with Clark on the floor, the arena was notably short of capacity, a detail that many felt underscored the ongoing challenge of translating star power into consistent ticket sales at the gate. The Indiana Fever have had their share of lowlights over the years, but a recent social media post from the organization has landed firmly among the worst of them. The copy in question read as follows: "It's different now. You see it in the way we play."
From the field, 1 or 2 from 3. Caitlin Clark played a total of 13 minutes and scored 12 points. She was 3 or 4 from the field, 2 or 3 from 3, and she made all her free throws. Now, what stood out in this game today was Caitlin Clark signaling to the referee to make a damn call. Now, a lot of people may be mad about what CC did. I'm not mad about what CC did because to me, this is what you got to do. Now, for all the people that saying Caitlin Clark whistle ain't fixed, watch this play right here. Caitlin Clark told the referee to call the first foul.
You feel it in how we rise. Because this team doesn't break, this team doesn't quit, and our people don't wait for permission to show up big. Resilience isn't a buzzword here.
First foul, then hit a FU3. Watch this. Look, so the referee ain't call it, right? Boom. Referee on a so if you guys watch this clip, this referee in the back called the same foul. Caitlin Clark went to the end and did it again. And so as you guys can see here, Caitlin Clark is showing her authority.
It's a reflex, the refusal to fold. And our fans, they're not a backdrop, they're a force. They show up early, they show up loud, they show up everywhere. This isn't a moment, it's a pattern.
And so as you guys can see here, Caitlin Clark is showing her authority. She's showing her authority to these referees now. Like she ain't scared. Look at her. Watch her. Signal to the ref. Call the foul. Now watch her do the same thing. Boom. Now, as you guys can see here, now Caitlin Clark do get flat because she lead with this arm here. But if you guys see right here, she's completely cutting Caitlin Clark off. That is a foul.
A team that refuses to be ordinary, a fan base that refuses to shrink, and a state that does things its own way. So if you're noticing us, here's the truth. What you're seeing isn't a phase. We're not going away. The post is AI generated, visibly, unmistakably so.
Fan base that refuses to shrink, and a state that does things its own way. So if you're noticing us, here's the truth. What you're seeing isn't a phase. We're not going away. What in the chat GPT is this? What in the chat GPT is this, lads? I'm going to be honest here. This is the most chat GPT. And not only is this chat GPT, this is reckless chat GPT. This is the type of chat GPT that will get you kicked off a college course. This is the type of chat.
There are two markers that appear almost universally in unedited AI output: the "it wasn't a blank, it was a blank" sentence construction, and M dashes scattered throughout the text. Both are present. The M dashes were not removed. Whoever published this did not bother to clean the output before pushing it out publicly, which is the part that stands out most. Using AI tools to assist with copy is one thing.
This is the type of chat GPT that will get you kicked off a college course. This is the type of chat GPT that will get you a 0. Because they were too lazy. Not only do they not have any idea how chat GPT works, which is clear. They have no idea how chat GPT works. Because if you guys don't know, when you just type in a prompt for chat GPT to write anything, there are two things that are dead giveaways. One, they say, it wasn't a blank, it was a blank. For some reason, ChatGPT loves that.
Posting the raw result without a basic edit pass is another. The backlash in the replies was immediate. Multiple users flagged the M dashes directly. Others pointed to the gap between the money Caitlin Clark brings into the organization and the apparent investment in marketing output. The suggestion made repeatedly was simple: hire someone who knows how to use these tools properly.
It wasn't a blank, it was a blank. For some reason, ChatGPT loves that. And M dashes everywhere. You didn't even delete the M dashes. You were too lazy to delete the M dashes. You couldn't even delete the M dashes. And that's embarrassing. From the Fever's perspective, that is embarrassing. They couldn't even just go and say, okay, we will delete the freaking M dashes.
Any graduate from the last few years would know the first thing to do before submitting AI-assisted work is remove the obvious tells. The Fever's post skipped that step entirely. This comes just days after a separate incident involving an edited image that placed Caitlin Clark's face over Aaliyah Boston's in a promotional photo, with Boston's hand still visibly attached to Clark's arm in the final version. Two avoidable errors in quick succession. The front office has genuine strengths.
We will delete the freaking M dashes. The M dashes stayed. So, let's take a look at the replies. How did you include this many M dashes and expect no one to know? It's nearly ratioed. I guess I hope in season 3 to Caitlin Clark, and with Caitlin there will be a more sophisticated professional marketing approach with Fever. Caitlin brings millions of dollars to this team. Certainly you have the money for a more polished campaign. Look, I'm going to be real here. It can't cost that much money to get somebody to type in prompts to ChatGPT that knows how to work ChatGPT.
The relationships built within the league have brought in players who fit the system, and the locker room culture appears functional by most accounts. Signing Emma Chachkova to a 4-year minimum deal at 21 years old, someone who could develop into a starting caliber player alongside Boston, reflects a certain kind of forward thinking. Those are real positives. But the organizational infrastructure surrounding the on-court product has long been a problem.
I mean this, get any university student. Because you better believe every single university student in the world, anyone, all they have to do is, if they have gotten a college degree in anything between the years of 2024 and 2023 and 2025, hire them. Why? Because they know how to use ChatGPT without getting caught for using ChatGPT. This will get you a 0. This will get you kicked out of college for the use of AI. Because you haven't even gotten rid of the effing M dashes.
Before Clark arrived, the Fever were widely regarded as one of the most poorly run operations in the league, playing in a facility that was beneath professional standards for years while other franchises modernized around them. The arrival of a generational talent papered over some of that, but the underlying issues did not disappear. The broader concern is timing. The peak wave of Caitlin Clark coverage in mainstream American sports media has already passed its highest point.
As someone who has graded college papers, as someone who's a freaking qualified teacher, I would give you a 0 for this. Because you made it obvious. If you're going to use AI, don't make it obvious. Not only that, like, this is coming off 24 hours after getting a picture of Aaliyah Boston and typing a prompt and recreate this image with Caitlin Clark instead of Aaliyah Boston, and Caitlin Clark has Aaliyah Boston's hand. Like, look at these comments.
The 2024 season dominated sports conversation in a way that may not repeat. Clark then got injured, the momentum broke, and the window for converting that attention into something lasting is narrowing. There is a version of events, perhaps 2 or 3 years out, where the media narrative shifts from celebrating her to questioning why a championship has not materialized. Whether the current front office is capable...
Like, look at these comments. You guys take care of your going groups around with good players, yada yada. Please hire a marketing person, all that revenue generated. It's all going to that training facility. This was obviously creating ChatGPT, which you pretend like people didn't notice. Fans are ticked off. This has nothing to do with the front office. And by the way, like, I don't love the front office. I don't like...
Both players could reach the highest individual level and still fall short if the surrounding structure does not meet them there. Every small failure adds up. The AI post on its own means very little. Alongside everything else, it fits a pattern of an organization that has not yet matched the standard its biggest asset deserves.
And by the way, like, I don't love the front office. I think the front office, like, this is a hard way of describing it. They are good at one part of their job. They are very good when it comes to connections and bringing in players you previously worked with. They're all seemingly likable. Everyone likes the front office. So they're very players first front office. That's not going to win you a championship. Connections don't win you a championship.